just found my first renter last Thursday after sweating a whole bunch of bullets on a house that I closed on the end of April. And I guess I'll say I joined this group because, Tony has helped me get started and go on the way. And my ambition is to start a real estate business, not just buy houses. And my goal is to be able to retire early. So I love the term mailbox money. I've never heard that before. I think I heard you say that a couple times, Tony. So yeah, that's my goal. I want a whole bunch of mailbox money. I want the mailbox full. Because, this work thing is not, I don't see myself going another 25 years or so, which is when I officially would retire. So yeah, nice to meet everyone. I guess I'll just be listening because all I got is newbie stuff to contribute. Newbie mistakes.
I'm so proud of you because you came into the game and you talked about what you were going to get, came in, saw it, and you conquered it. You got your project, you finished it, and you got a renter. So that's huge. So congratulations on that. New
Thanks.
On the way.
Yes, I even have to go find the mailbox. UPS. Yes.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Whoa. Welcome back to another Thursday call. We're live and direct. It's live. It's me, Antonio Smith, the Cellionaire, coming to you with a live real estate show, telling you guys how you could actually get your first property within the next 90 days. Let's get your first deal. Let's get your first deal. Let's get your first thrill. And it's been an amazing week already. Tons of members are having great results already. I've been talking to members all week that are excited. They're starting to thrive. They're starting to dream again. They're starting to step out on faith and let the world and the universe open up for them once again on dreams they haven't even had for years. Now they're finally coming to fruition. So I'm very excited for everybody that's plugging in, locking in, and starting to get the results that they always wanted with the real estate game. And it can happen for you. It can happen for you. Starting to build that passive income. And what I picked up this week from talking to many people from around the country, that there's something in the air. There's something in the air that people are on the edge of their seat. They're kind of nervous and they are wondering, what's next? What's next for me? What's going to happen next? I see that we're at war. No matter how you look at it, we're at war too because we're funding the wars. We have turmoil around the country. We have other countries starting to change the dollar currency in their country. It's a lot going on. We have prices going up. Everything's going up except your income, right? Everything's going up except your income. And people are asking, how do I get my income up? They want to get more income. They want to step out and start living the lifestyle that they truly know that deep inside they want and truly deserve. But many have that limited belief as to what they can get at this moment. So it's refreshing when I finally get to the part of the conversation with these individuals and I ask them to stop where you are, close your eyes, inhale, exhale, woosah, and give yourself permission to succeed. And they're like, I don't think I've ever given myself permission to succeed. That's a good idea. I think I give myself permission to succeed. Once again, you don't have to wait till the beginning of 2025, 2026 to give yourself permission to go after something, to get something, and to receive something. Now, what you want is going to also take something from you. That's why everybody's so afraid of change, because it's going to force them to change as well. You're going to have to give up something. You're going to have to commit and let something go. And it's very important. I remember years ago, someone was telling me, you got to read this book by Napoleon Hill. The title was, it was one of his last books that he wrote. It went in his memoirs, and they found this book, and it talked about the 5 things you need to be successful. And one of those things was like drinking. And I was drinking a little bit more than I needed to at that particular time. I wasn't quite ready to give it up all the way. But it delayed me from getting where I wanted to be, where I wanted to go, the levels of life that I wanted to achieve, because it was taking up my time, more of my time. And when I finally got to the point where I was ready and I was at the bottom, I was ready to do it again, I knew I had to leave some things behind. Some of you guys got to leave some friends behind. You got to leave some connections behind. You got to leave some opportunities behind. You got to leave some selfish ways behind in order to get what you want. You may have to leave them opportunities behind. Unfortunately, you may have to leave some loved ones behind too. You're going to have to give up something. You got to be willing to give up something in order to see something new, to open life, the new life that's ahead of you, waiting for you, waiting right in front of you to grab it. So ask yourself, what are you willing to release to achieve a new accolade in your life? Another award, another certificate, another achievement, another win, another one. Now, some of you guys already have, when you walk in your living room, you look on the mantelpiece, you have certificates, you have trophies, you have these quotes written out about all the different things you've done already. But it's been 5, 10, 15, 20 years since you've done something brand new. Now, I had to even ask myself that, like, Antonio, you got a lot of achievements. Are you getting the ones that's waiting for you right now? Like, I want to make $1 million a month. Haven't quite done $1 million a month yet. But I know that I have to help a lot of people achieve their goals in order for mine to become reality. Some of you guys want to make your first 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 a month. Why not make what you make in a year and a month? And it's more mental than anything else. It's your limited beliefs that are stopping you. So that's why we built this community, to help individuals like you achieve the results that they finally want. That's why I dedicate this time every week to you, to enlighten you, to give you instruction, to give you real feedback from real people that's really doing it right now to help you achieve the results you want. That's why I do this. That's why I have a private community of members achieving results. I'm willing to give my time, my energy, because I'm excited about helping you move to the next level. And I can see it every time we do these calls each week, that it's rubbing off. It's rubbing off because I can hear it. I can see the glitter in your eyes again. And they're like, whoa, it can happen for me. It can happen for me. How did you find me? Oh, I saw you on this. I saw you on that. I finally get a chance to talk to you. I'm excited to talk to you. I'm excited to be there for you. I'm excited to be a part of your next win, your next accolade, your next trophy. Not only on your mantelpiece, but in your bank account. Wow. That's the new trophy. some new money in the bank account. Bing, deposit. Bing, cha-ching, deposits. New money. Now, if you're ready to lock in, inhale, exhale. Woo. Open up. It's time to get it. It's time. It's time now. It's time. So I'm really excited about the show tonight. We have one of my great friends. He's going to be on the call tonight. He's a GM. He built houses from the ground up. He's been doing this for over 20 years. He's going to be breaking it down to you guys how to build a property from the ground up, what you need to do. Because I know some of you guys are right now, you're in between doing renovations. You're thinking about, what do I do next? What do I do first? Do I do this first? Do I do this last? And I made a mistake when I first started investing. I would go into a property, I'll just get excited, I start doing stuff. The next thing you know, I've done the floors first, but I haven't painted. Now I got to mess up the floors to do the paint. Now my floors are messed up, and I got to do it 2 times to get it fixed. So I'm going to help you avoid those mistakes in this game in real estate. You're going to get over 20 years of experience between myself, actually more than that, my partners in this team, even my attorneys. If you're a part of the membership, the cellular in the back office, you got the whole system at your fingertips. You could be listening to it while you're driving your car, you're driving your truck, while you're at home in the shower, while you in traffic, because most of your time is going to be in traffic. Most people's time is in traffic. Why not turn your car into a mobile classroom where you're learning and earning at the same time? While you're jogging in the gym, you could be learning how to get your next deal in real estate. And it's all there. So if you're already a member, you have it already in the back office. You can log in at any time at your own pace. You have a live call with me each week where we break down where you are and make sure you stay accountable. Accountability. Like, don't leave me behind. Don't forget about me. Nobody wants to be forgotten about. And when you're a part of my community, I don't want you to be forgotten about. I want you to continue to scream, it's me. It's me. I want you to continue to shine. Keep showing up. Because any moment, you're about to hit that mental explosion that's going to basically give you the jolt to start doing something different. So if you're not a member yet, go in the comments section, because I just opened up 2 more spots for 2 people to hop on the phone with me and let me break down a strategy for you to start succeeding and building passive income, because you don't just want to get old and die. You want to get older and for life to get easier and you to continue to stay wealthier and get wealthier. It's like almost backwards. You get older to get on a small income, but your needs keep going up. But at that particular time, you're not able to do as much. So you got to limit your travel. You got to limit what you eat. You got to call and get payment plans for everything. Come on, let's do it a little different. Let's put them assets first so we can live easier and get the things we finally want in life, right? Finally want. So if you're not a member yet, click on the link. Book a call. It's a one-on-one strategy call. We're going to show up and break it down where you are. We're going to help you get clarity. We're going to help you get mental discipline to start achieving these goals. And we're going to give you your 30, your 60, your 90-day game plan so you can start winning in the real estate game. So click on the link in the comment section and book your call. Now, the instruction is, make sure you text that number and let them know that you saw it on the call so I can hop in on that call with you, because I have other reps that take these calls. But since you're here, I want to hear from you. So click on that link. Make sure you book that call, because they book up quick. They book up quick, man. Every day, I'm like back to back nowadays. Like meeting, 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 meeting. So I want you guys to get in. So I'm excited. Very excited. So tonight we're going to hear some stories of some members that's having some success. Susan, I see you up in the house. I see you. I see Harry up in the house. I see y'all up in there. I see my boy Kareem in the house. I see the rock star Cheryl in the house. See some more members. I see Big Yon in the house. Big Yon, make sure you click on that link in the comment section. That's the link to come into the green room so I can bring you up. So look for that link inside of the chat section of the screen so that I can bring you up as well. Let's see, because wow, we got some rock stars on the call tonight. Wow, I'm excited. Yeah. Did I put it in the right place? I think I did, because I see your comment, Jan, right up under the links for the strategy call and the link to come into the back office. So make sure you click that link and get in so I can bring you up, Big Jan. Now, Jan is a rock star in the game. He's one of my best friends in the game. Introduced me to a lot in the game. So I'm always honored to have my best friend, Big Jan, in the house. He's given so much, him and his family, to me. So, and he has a great story, an amazing story as well. Just an amazing story. So I'm very excited about tonight. So we're going to bring up Miss Susan. Get ready. Are you a new member? Because I'm trying to think of the name. When I look at the name, have I ever talked to you before? I know my producer's been kind of mixing it up lately. So I'm really excited. I see Harry over there. Make sure you're I think you're driving a truck. So make sure you're either positioned correctly or what, because I'm going to bring you live in a moment. You're going to be live and direct, man. So, when I see those big trucks, I'll be like this right here. And they blow the horn. Yeah. Shout out to my truckers out there. On the road, because we know America run off truckers. I've been seeing a lot online about truckers defending their pay, and the competition is getting outrageous. So when I hear Harry's story, I'm going to ask him about that, because there was a big boom years ago, like get into dispatch, get into trucking. And right now it's like, every week I'm getting calls from truckers like, hey, help me out. Help me get a deal. Help me get in the real estate game. I'm about to sell my trucks. It's becoming not worth it. I'm hearing that from a lot of truckers. So it's going to be interesting to hear his story and where he's at, because people are realizing, man, I don't want to be out there working like crazy, like a maniac for pennies, especially for pennies on the dollar. If I'm going to work like crazy, it better be for some M's. It better be for me. It better be some life-changing stuff now, because it's not worth it if it's not. So I'm going to be interested in hearing his story coming up. And then, of course, the show is about the new construction. I got my rock star brother on the line, Kareem, the rock star. He's one of the top GMs in Atlanta. He's going to be coming in here and breaking it down step by step, what you need to do to start from A to Z when you have a property. No matter where you are in your renovation right now, we're going to break it down step by step. Okay, we're going to make it real easy for you. It's going to be easy listening. That's what this show is about, easy listening, because a lot of time we just make things more complicated than it really is. This is a simple business. And I want you to understand that it's not complicated to win in this game. I keep it basic. You keep it simple. It's not like you need a crystal ball. You got to go see a genie. You got to go, get your fortune told. I remember a time in my life, my life was so messed up. I actually went to see one of those people. And it seemed like my life got even worse. It was good for a moment, and then it got worse. So I was like, I got to just start believing in myself. That's the only way. So I'm excited. Let's bring up. Cheryl, are you cammed up? You cammed up yet, Cheryl? I want to see where Cheryl's at, because Cheryl's been dedicated. I want to bring her up real quick. Share her story, because she's been really dedicated here. And also Susan. Are you ready to cam up? I see you back there. I think you're a new member, Susan. I see you in there. Man, whoo, it's gonna be a great show. Let's bring up Harry. Come on, Harry. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready, Harry. All right, we're about to bring up Harry. He's a trucker out there on the move. We're going to hear from the truckers. I want to hear his story, where he's at, what his motivation is right now in the game. I see my boy Big Yun has popped in. He's in the room. He's in the room. Guess who stepped in the room? Boom. Guess who stepped in the room? Boom. Guess who stepped in the room? Boom. When we get together, man, our energy is just off the charts, man. Everybody's like, what is going on? So it's going to be a great show tonight. So let's welcome our first guest. Welcome to the house, Harry the Trucker. What's going on? How you doing out there?
All right, sir. All right, sir. Good evening.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing out there on the roads?
Yes, sir. So I just started driving from Sacramento, California, to going to Louisiana.
Wow. So what's your motivation? Because I know our producers got you on the show. What was your motivation for calling us, wanting to learn more about real estate, and what are your goals?
Wow, man. I think the real estate. Wow, man. I like it. Most the first thing in my life, the real estate, because the first thing I love about real estate, and the second thing because this is a big market. This is it's a $1 trillion market, no, all over the world. So, man, I have a big goals for real estate, but due to my bad financial situation, I'm still stuck here, no, because I born in India, then I lived in Philippines for 35 years, and now I'm here for 8 years in the U.S. But I have big goals for real estate, no, because I want to start it from here, then I want to grow it to the international market, no, because it's a big market, no, you have no idea. In India, in Philippines, all over Asia, and it's a international business, no. That's why I love it so much, the real estate.
Wow. So I see you in the trucking business now. If you heard what I was saying earlier about some of the changes in trucking this week, I think I got about 5 or 6 truckers that are ready to really expand in real estate. What's going on with the trucking industry? Is there-
Trucking industry, man, it's in a very bad shape. Even in Canada and here, man, the people are crying because the most of the companies are going bankrupt, and the drivers are crying because they are not getting paid. And also in Canada, is worse because of the COVID and the attack on the Red Sea. There's a shipment stuck there. That's why now, man, the trucking company owners are struggling. That's why the drivers also. So I don't know what to say, but really bad shape now, because a lot of companies are doing filing a bankruptcy, no, because they can't afford the fuel, everything, all the expenses, because there are because the main thing was because of the COVID. There were so many people jump in the trucking industry because they're thinking there's too much money in the trucking industry. So there was so many trucks out there, so many trucking companies newly opened, and now they fucked up all the industry. All the
Wow.
all the all the industry is messed up because there's so many people jumping, started the new trucking companies, but they have no knowledge, and they fucked up the other the player who was already for the years in the years. But now I can't say now because struggling now. I was
Wow.
I'm working, man. I can't explain how hard I'm working, but still I'm getting only 600, 800 a week after taxes, and I can't pay my bills on time. Wow.
Wow.
And on the road, everything is expensive. The food, everything went up. The truck stop, everything expensive, man.
Wow. Wow. So
I don't know what to
that's
say. No.
that's making a big impact on you. There's a lot of strain on your body, a lot of strain mentally, a lot of strain on your finances.
Everything fucked up. Yeah, because you can't you stress, uh, 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 depression, lack of sleep. Everything is there. Everything's there. And you're getting calls from the owner, shipper, here, there. Too much stress. Too much stress.
Wow. Wow.
And
So
and now and even you're sleepy. Uh, 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 you have to drive no because they keep forcing you, they keep calling you, keep driving because we have to be there on time, pick up on time, drop it on the time, man. I can't
wow.
say no. So it's been over 2 weeks. I can't sleep well. I can't sleep properly, only few hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, like this. Just
Wow. And
yeah.
that's got to be kind of dangerous out there on those streets. I mean, you're driving an 18 wheeler.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. So, getting in the real estate game, you want to start building some passive income. So,
That's right.
I'm excited to work directly with you, and I want to make sure we get on a call together. So, I want you to get with my guy and make sure we hop on a call so we can figure out a game plan for you. Because if you're just making $800 a week, you know, you could take part
And,
of it.
every week is different. Sometimes 600, 800, 900 is not the fix after taxes. No, because the taxes in California is super high. No, they are getting sometimes 300, 400, 600 out of my paycheck every week. So the California man suck. No. Too much. The taxes are very high. Taxes are very high here.
Wow. Wow. So you almost get eaten alive, it sounds like. So I can see what the truckers are talking about now. I mean, we're getting firsthand knowledge from someone that's a driver for years. So I can see why they're very frustrated. Some are selling their trucks, some
Yeah,
got too deep into it, and so it's just all over the place. It's kind of like a mess, you know.
yeah. It's a big mess. Big mess. Big
Wow,
mess.
wow. So if we can help you start building your real estate portfolio where you can pull in that money on a daily and monthly basis and you can focus again, let's make sure we hop on the call because I don't think I've spoken with you directly yet. But make sure you talk with um, producer. Are they going to reach out to you? Make sure we hop on a call as well. See what we can do. Come up with a game plan for you. Let's
Yeah,
make
because
it.
in 2021, I worked for a company in my place in Perla, California, and that guy didn't pay us, and I worked for 4 or 5 months, and that guy still owed me $7,000,
Yeah.
and I sued him already. I sued him, and but still. He's not paying us. He filed a bankruptcy, and now I think he opened a new company under his wife's name, and he's
Mm.
still running the business. Maybe a couple trucks, but he cheated a lot of drivers, man. 7,000, 10,000,
Yes.
21,000. He cheated many people, man.
Well,
Cheated a lot of people.
let's see what we can do to change your financial future. So let's make sure we hop into a call. It's good, really good to hear the insights from an actual trucker out there, what's going on. So now I know why I'm getting so many calls from truckers. It's like frustrating out there. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yes, sir.
If you can stay on there, I may bring you back up a little later, okay?
Okay, sir. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
got it. Wow, amazing. Wow, it's a lot going on out there. I'm telling you. That's why I'm getting so many calls from truckers that want to make some money and make a game changer because a lot of that's going on. You heard it directly from the trucker industry. So many people got into it during COVID to where now they've driven down prices. And it's a good thing if you're an owner of the trucking company. So you can make more profit, but then drivers are like the runners. They're the one doing all the driving. But they're forced to take lower mileage fees. And I see a lot of frustration on, I see these videos on TikTok and all that. So thank you so much, Harry, for sharing that. And if you're at a point in your life where you feel overwhelmed, underpaid, underserved, and not making the lifestyle that you feel you deserve, make sure you book the call. I just had to open up 2 more spots because the last 2 have filled up. Just go in the link in the comments section and book another call. So we can work on 3 things: a strategy for you, clarity for you, and your 30, 60, 90-day goals for you. So click on that link and make sure we get you in there. Let's bring up someone else. Susan, are you ready? Are you ready? Bring your cam on. Bring your cam on. We want to see your beautiful smile. Let's see. Then we can bring you up. Let's see here. Cheryl, are you ready? Bring your cam on. Bring your cam on. We got a great show. We got a rock star, Kareem, who's a GM in this business. That's going to be breaking down the step-by-step process of what you need to be doing when you're doing a renovation. We got my brother, Big Yun, on the line. He's not only a builder, businessman. He's the one he's the reason I got really heavy into Section 8 because he was managing a lot of Section 8s. He's like, Tony, you showed me the game. Let me show you something too. So he was doing Section 8 for a lot of executives. And I was like, let me give me some of that Section 8 money every month, paying me. And I went berserk. I started buying properties and filling them up with Section 8 people. And we went berserk with it. And I can't wait to have him on the call, breaking it down for you guys as well. So it's going to be great. So, Cheryl, welcome to the game. Yeah. How you doing? I think you're on mute. Let's take off your mute.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. You're coming up.
Happy to be here. Good evening, everybody.
Hey, throw it up. Every time I see you got a new style now, your energy's up the roof.
It's a.
I love it. What happened, because when I first talked to you, it was like down here. Now every time I talk to you, you like up here. Like
I'm ready to make that move.
I love it.
I am so ready.
I'm ready. So are you in Louisiana?
No, I'm in Colorado.
That's right, Colorado. How you been lately? Because I know we talked about your strategy call. You're on your way. How's everything been coming along? What's been going on over there?
It's going okay. I've been locating a couple of properties. I haven't got in touch with the owners yet, but I have located a few of them.
Well, make sure you hop on the Wednesday mastermind at 12 each week, because you're already a member, and we have a private mastermind just for members every week, 12 o'clock Eastern time. We got a private Zoom call. So you bring those in there, even though you already have access to the membership. That's going to show you how to find the owners, but you can bring those deals in and we can come up with another game plan.
Okay, that
Every
sounds
week.
good.
So make sure you come in there Wednesday night. We got a Wednesday at 12, and we go over some of these properties with you. Okay.
Okay,
And then make sure you go through the membership because we do have a module in there that shows you step by step how to find the owners, right?
right.
Uh,
I've been kind of looking at that.
Good. I just had there was an agent. She became a member a couple of weeks ago, and she had just bought a house she was rehabbing, right? And she was like, Antonio, there's a vacant house right next door to me. I want to buy that one too. So we hopped on a call. I showed her a strategy how to find the owner. We hopped on the phone with the owner, made a deal on the property on the spot. She was like, Antonio, I've been paying like thousands of dollars for different programs. I never even knew how to do this. So the stuff we're teaching you guys is very powerful. I say it's potent. Have you ever seen a person that's like high on drugs, like cocaine or heroin? Like they're really, really high, their eyes about to pop out their head. It's like we're not telling you to do that. But what I'm saying is the strategy that we're giving you is so strong. It's so on point that if you follow these strategies, they're going to get you real results. And that's what this is really about. So make sure you stay at it, getting those addresses, and hop on the Wednesday call for sure. Just give a quick background of why'd you get back into it. I know you had some big goals. Just really briefly, just tell everybody where you're from. Why'd you get back into it?
I'm from Aurora, Colorado. Are you talking to me, Anthony?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your story. Share your beautiful story.
I'm from Aurora, Colorado. I've tried to go into real estate a couple of times. Didn't quite work out. But I've got about I've got grandkids, great grandkids. There's some of them are here now. So if you see me looking up, I'm looking at them, telling them big.
It's okay. It's okay.
But I take care of my mom. My husband, he's had congestive heart failure. My mom is also ill, but my husband he's the breadwinner.
Wow.
So I'm trying to take some of that stress off of him. I also have a disabled grandson. He's also here with me tonight.
What's up, fam? How y'all doing? I'm doing great. Yeah, I hear y'all back there.
Yeah, that's my daughter
Awesome.
and my husband. But
Awesome.
I've kind of been in this. We've kind of been in a struggle. We're not where we want to be. We're both retired. Um, but I want to travel. I want to take my grandson around the world. He's our miracle child.
Mm.
He is definitely our miracle child.
Wow.
So he didn't get to do a lot in life yet because he didn't really get to thrive until he was like 7, 8. He couldn't even go outside for a long time. We always had to keep him isolated because he would go into seizures or he was always in the hospital.
Wow.
He was
Well,
always there. And I have a lot of grandchildren. They get to do things and he doesn't. So I want to make sure that he enjoys some of life.
100%. That's so commendable. You're giving your heart to your kids and your family. That's just so commendable and so amazing. So that's why I really love your story. And I was like, when you got in, I was like, when we set your goals, I want you to go back and look at them every day. Hang it up in the bathroom, hang it up on the wall, hang it a little high so the kids can't get it. But you can see it every day. And I want you to
I do see it.
every
I
day,
see it.
every day. It's your time. So
I,
I'm really excited for you. I'm really happy. Every time I hear you, your energy's up. I mean, you got a new glow.
I'm trying to be positive. I'm not trying. I'm gonna stay positive.
There you go. There you go. There you go. I love it. I love this. I love this. So,
There's one thing that I used to always say. I used to say I'm a jack of all trades. I've mastered them all, and I have a degree in none.
but guess what? We have a whole new win for you. A whole new win for you. So stay tuned.
I'm ready.
Cheryl is loading.
I am
You're lovely.
ready.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
cool. Well, stay right there. We'll probably bring you back up a little later, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Wow, I love hearing the stories from so many people from across the country now that are getting their life changed. They're trying something different, something new. They're stepping out on faith. They're stepping out. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Susan, did you get your camera up, back up? I want to see ya. I want to see you do it so we can bring you up. Oh, man, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it. My rock star. It's the rock star. It's the rock star in the house. Man, you know, he's going to really break it down. It's my boy here. We've known each other for, man, it's been a minute. This had to be back in 2013, 2014, something like that. I first kind of got back into real estate. And he was a man on a mission as well as I was a man on a mission. And some people you meet in life, you know, you just kind of pass ways like, hey, but he's not only a person that we connected with and stayed connected, he became family as well. And we're like kindred spirits. Our energy matches. And when people see us together, it's like electrifying. And it's just normal. You know, that's how we move. You know, we're excited about where we're going and what we're dealing with. No matter the highs and lows, we can always talk about and get something out of where we are so that we can move in a positive direction. So I want to bring my guy up, the El Patron, the Don, Young. Welcome to the game. Hey, my brother, what's going on? Throw it up. What's going on? Hit your mic. I think you're on mute. Or something. It's still on mute. Let me see. No, not yet. I think I see the mute came up, but I still don't hear you for some reason. Come on. Maybe it's the mute's off, but I don't hear you. Maybe it's the volume or something. Maybe it's the volume. Let's see. Edit mic settings. You good? Testing 1, 2, 3. Are you there? No, still don't hear you yet. Oh man, come on, where you at? Work on that for a minute. Work on it for a minute. Let's get you right. We got to get you in here right, man. So play around with that for a moment. We're going to bring you back up here in a moment. Susan, are you ready? Susan, are you ready? There's a mute. Okay. Let me know. Bring your camera back on and we'll bring you up. Susan, you're one of our guests tonight. Oh, man. So, yeah, I'm really excited because I'm hearing all these stories from across the country from members that maybe they put their goals on the shelf for a little while. And, you know, they were just waiting. And just to see them excited again about life all over again, it makes me feel excited again myself, because I remember times I was like that, you know, and I couldn't see it. And I needed someone else to help me see it. And just that bit of energy propelled me to move forward and do something more. So I'm happy to be part of these testimonials, part of your win, your next win. So let's try this again. Did you get it straight? Come on. Big Young in the house. Still don't. You might have to log out and log back in. I'm not sure, because it looks like you're unmuted. Your mic's unmuted, but we just don't hear you. I don't see what's going on. Okay, yeah, try logging back out and have. Matter of fact, I see you on another phone over there. You was in there twice. I'm excited tonight. We have a GM that's a superstar GM out of Atlanta that's going to be breaking down step by step what you need to do if you have land or you want to do any construction on a property, even building from the ground up. Some of you guys have land, you told me about it, you want to start building on it. He's going to share the step by step strategy, the things you want to do. And even if you're doing a renovation, what are the steps you need to do with that as well? He's a rock star, a great friend of mine for many years. And he's going to be in here tonight breaking those things down for you step by step as well. So we'll be right back after this.
How do you deserve? Click on the link below. Get free access to my live masterclass. I'm going to show you step by step exactly what you need to do to start earning money in the real estate game. I'll see you on the inside. Click on the link. Let's go. About getting in the real estate game, start winning in life, getting the passive income you reserve, and getting the lifestyle that you deserve, click on the link below. Get free access to my live masterclass. I'm going to show you step by step exactly what you need to do to start earning money in the real estate game. I'll see you on the inside. Click on the link. Let's go.
Are they making that money or not? Or they even the sector of the deposit. It's like, of course you're gonna have that issue. Just taking everybody off the street. I mean, come on. Like, yeah, mitigate the risk.
100%.
I've had to evict a few, like 3 people, and because I did my due diligence, those evictions went smooth.
Wow.
Those evictions went smooth. Like, I had like one that was a semi bad.
Hey, well, we're back.
How about now?
There you go. There you go. Okay. Hey. Welcome to the party.
What's going on now? Now I'm sorry. I guess doing good, man. Doing good. How's the weather over there?
It's a bit rainy, but it actually helps you sleep better when it rains out here. Actually, have a really good, nice sleep out here. But the weather's been great. Weather's been great. Looks like you're back in the motherland there. Hey.
Yeah, guys. I was in Atlanta. Well, I actually did a little road trip towards the end of April. I was like 3 days in Panama, 3 days in Washington, D.C., 3 days in New York, and a week and a half in Atlanta, checking the people at the office and everything, and look at some properties and making sure all the guys that we coach and help, making sure they're on point. And now I'm back in Colombia.
Wow.
This is we have to tell everybody that let's not, we go back to back in the real estate game, but we did talk about what we are actually currently doing, where we at right now. We talked about this 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, thank you so much for the introduction. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet everybody in the chat. Some of the members, we know each other, but the trucker, Henry and Susan and the other lady was there. Hello in Colorado. He calls me Big Yon here, from Atlanta, but I live here in Pereira, Colombia as well. So, but I've been doing some travelings to Panama and Venezuela as well.
While we're talking about dreams, let's take it back a little bit, because you're sitting on a dream right now.
Yeah, and you're part of this dream too. Think of you. I'm in this dream right now.
Wow, this is amazing. Let's take it back, because a lot of people now, they're dreaming of, how do I do it? Will it ever work out for me? And you're sitting there, a huge, beautiful, I call it the mansion. And it's on a hillside, tucked away, beautiful location. But it all started with just dirt there. So tell your story, help inspire the members. How you get started here? Look at this amazing sight and beauty here.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Tony. I couldn't have done this without your support and you teach me this part of the game. I know you mentioned it earlier. We first met everybody. I'm just another guy that was working out there. Started doing real estate in 2004 in different areas. And after the crash, where I met Antonio back in 2012, 11 or 12, I was doing a lot of remodeling and helping investors buying rental property. uh, of course, I met Antonio on the path, and we became really good friends and associates before we came now family. But back then, uh, we were um, we were fine. He was finding. I was the the go to guy, but we were getting rental properties for investors that I had in California. By the way, Coronado Island in California, San Diego, and we with the dream was, I mean, we started working and everybody, was talking about financial freedom and things for that nature. And basically, we started realizing that we were finding these deals for these investors and doing rental properties. I started learning from them about their rental game.
Mm.
2 or 3 years later, I met Antonio on the road, and we were, he was acquisition. He was getting so many real estate properties from courthouse, probates, foreclosures, you name it. So basically, I started working with this investor and learning a lot. They were in California, and I was just basically, I was the go-to guy here. So I had to learn everything related to rental properties, and I specialized on Section 8. So, if you guys know what Section 8, it's a part of the where the government subsidized the rents, and that's money guaranteed. That's that mail money, mail check money,
Mailbox.
mailbox money, that the mailbox money, and you know, um, you know, shout out to my man Kareem there, anybody, all the GCs and general contractors in the group. And y'all know that we are going to coach you while this Section 8 game works. But so I don't lose my track. The dream. The dream was, how can we make passive income and be having that financial freedom and own your own time? I remember a good old friend of mine that's looking at me right now. They always said, always rent what you own, they rent where you live. I never forget that. That's from the Tony Smith and Cylinder. So, guys, once you start, I start realizing, and I grew up in the States, 40, I'm 46, 38 years of my life in the States. And, you know, grinding as well, hustling. I worked corporate jobs. I'm sure that those guys, you guys are in Atlanta, many of those LA Fitness, I was the one who helped build those companies, those gyms, but I was tired of that paycheck to paycheck. So when I start dealing with real estate and getting to the passive income for other people, I say, wait a minute, let me just buy some properties from you, Tony, and let me get some of that piece of on the rental business. So I start working a lot with, since I was already doing a Section 8 management site for these people in California. I did it for my own, and then I got you involved. So yeah, great. We're doing real estate. We're doing Section 8, regular rentals, little multifamilies, little duplexes. But the main dream was abroad, and this is the dream. Very simple. I'm gonna break it down to you in very short sentences. Make U.S. dollar and live in currency. I don't care. Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Mexico, Guatemala, countries that are U.S. country friendly countries, but live in currency. Make U.S. dollar and live abroad.
Mm.
And that's where we are right now. We're living it. Where I'm preaching it. I'm coaching people to do it. I'm helping people in the states to, make that passive income money, and then trying to move abroad. Better lifestyle. Um, you know, you name it. Quality of lifestyle. It. We eat better. Weather's great.
Sure.
Less stress. I was
Yeah.
looking at my man Henry, the trucker, and I see what I feel his frustration, you know, and I'm so happy that you created this program, right? That you created this program to help other people to reach their goals. You helped me. I mean, if I go and if I show you guys, I got pictures and videos. I'm glad that my iPhone iCloud gets memories, and I can show everybody when I was on my pickup truck, and jacking and going to properties, going in there with my trailer in the back and paying and going in and remodeling all these houses for all these investors, and it got to that point that I was doing live seminars at Atlanta Housing, trying to help and motivate other investors to buy, right? Sign up on your different counties and get that guarantee money. Get that guarantee money, right? It's a buy and hold. Collect that check. And remember, guys, when we had the crash, if you had money and you were buying real estate back then, and there were rentals, really rentals, and if you had the Section 8 money, it was guaranteed money. And what you do is you move abroad where that money is 4 times more. So if, let's say you make 1,000, it's like now you got 4,000. Okay, but I know that's another subject from your program, Tony. I know somebody wants to talk about making a move abroad. I know that's another segment of your program. But anyways, going back to the dream, this is my dream. Tony helped me build this real estate empire. I have rental properties in Atlanta, and I still do my other business. But when things got slow, real estate right now is kind of is modifies. It's modifying right now. And guess what happened? When you got that passive income and you live abroad, hey man, that's slim right here. I mean,
Wow.
that's definitely gonna get you everything, all your bills paid off, everything, trying to pay everything, and then that's when you make a move.
Man, you look really stress-free right now. I mean, you look relaxed. You got a nice pool back there.
I was stressed about a week ago when I was in Atlanta, and the daily, just gosh, man, the inflation back home got bizarre. You got that sticker shock. I was like, whoa, you know. So, but yeah, man, I'm very thankful. I'm here to help out. I'm part of the Selling Area Group from Antonio Smith. I've done a lot in the real estate game, and specialize on rental properties. So I'm here to help anybody that needs that guidance or coaching on how to find their tenants, how to screen the tenants, what to do in a hardship situation. Inspections, what to expect from the tenant, from the government, from everywhere, what is going to be the expectation. It takes three to get to the right one, all that. So but yeah, I've done a lot, man. For everybody know, Antonio and I know each other since 2012. And yes, he came here, saw my property on a land, and I shared my vision, and we were going hard. We were just working so hard in Atlanta, um, doing everything we can, and then the dream was to share everybody else how you as well could live overseas. Like I said, it doesn't matter where, as long as you're happy, right, and it works for you.
Mhm. Wow.
Living.
Well, this is amazing, man. I want to get you back on maybe next Thursday if you're available.
Yeah.
On that Section 8. So we'll put you on the schedule for next Thursday. Tuesday night we're gonna be talking about more construction. Then Thursday we can bring back that Section 8 game, because I think you really made a big impact with the Section 8 game and your understanding of it, from dealing with so many different landlords and things like that, managing properties. So, wow, I'm just so excited for you, man, because I remember you wanted to get away from just the construction side to being figuring out a way that you can actually start making money with real estate. You didn't quite know a niche was there, and then we connected and we showed you a niche, somewhat like wholesaling.
Yep.
And we went berserk with it. And to see, we walk in that land with dirt, and now, multi-million-dollar home on this land, I mean, is a dream come true. So it's a big inspiration for a lot of the members, because we got members all across the country that a lot of them have these limited beliefs because they've dealt with so many different things, life beating them down. Maybe they put their goals on the shelf for 10, 15, 20 years. And now all of a sudden they're realizing, oh, it's possible. It's possible for me. You're never too old. You're never too It's never too late for you. When your time is ready, your time is that time. And you just got to walk toward it. Your time is now. The time is now. So I really appreciate you hopping in here and sharing that. And we're also business partners of the Global Gents, which is a nationwide network of men that are businessmen that inspire to build wealth. So Jan is the real deal here. Thank you so much for popping in here and sharing, man. So always an honor to see you, my brother. I'm glad you're over there, man. I'm sure you're gonna be over there hopping in the pool tomorrow, probably grilling, and I see you over there, man. We had some good times out there.
We got some rain too.
Yeah. So stay on the line if you can. We'll probably bring you back up a little later, okay?
Sure. Thank
All
you,
right,
Tony.
Awesome. You got it. Wow, just amazing. Just amazing to always see goals come to life, right? The realization. Like I remember one of my goals was becoming a reality, and I used to watch Scarface. Scarface was like my dream movie. Like I saw myself in Scarface. I wasn't like killing people and shooting people up and all that, but the idea of him coming from nowhere, not having anything, and being able to do the things he wanted. And when it was starting to come, I started hearing the beats of the movie in my head. I was like, dun 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 dun. I'm like, wow, maybe it's starting to happen for me. It's starting to happen for me. So go back and watch that movie or that it could even be material, whatever it is that gets you excited again, to start dreaming again. It may not be Scarface. For me, it used to be that Scarface, because I was like, man, that was my movie. That beat would start coming up in my head. Dun 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 dun. I would play that beat while I'm going toward a closing or getting a deal done or accomplishing something, like, man, because the challenge is gonna always be around. But when you start to make a change and hit the ceiling, they're gonna even intensify even more. But when you start to hear that beat again, that music started going off, like, man, it's starting to happen for me. It's starting to happen for me. Don't let go of it. Don't let go. So wow. Yes, that's right. Push it to the limit. That was a song, right? Push it to the limit. Push it to the limits. Hey, you know that song. Drop it in the comments. Push it to the limits. I love it. So we got to get to the main event here. The show tonight was about, if you're building, the steps in order to build step by step. We got a GC in the house tonight. He's one of the best in Atlanta. He's been doing this over 20 years. He knows this like the back of his hand. And he's helped me on many deals. He gives instruction to a lot of our members. He's a real deal. The real deal. And that's the benefit of you guys being members. The members are in here learning fast. They're learning step by step the strategies, because we have real people that has the experience behind them doing this right now. They haven't put their skills on the shelf. They're still using them right now, and they're winning. So I want you guys to help me welcome the rock star to the stage, all the way from the ATL. Well, he may be traveling somewhere because he's been traveling lately. Let's welcome the rock star, Kareem. Where you at? Throw it up. Ay. What's going on, big guy? Oh, your mic. I think it's the same. You see. We don't hear you. Not yet. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, let's get these mics. Yeah, Susan, did you get your camera back up? Don't hear you yet. Nope. Look like the mic is off, but I don't hear you. The mic is on. Okay, you turned it off. Now turn it back on. Still don't hear you. Interesting. You may have to log out. Let's see. There, I hear something. There we go. Something happened. Heard a pop. No, that wasn't you. Try logging out and hopping back in. So yeah, guys, if you have not booked a call on my schedule, make sure that you go to the link that I put in the comments area, book a call. I just had to open up another spot in there. Book a call because my schedule's full. And let's hop on there and come up with a strategy for you to win in the real estate game, right? A step-by-step strategy for you to start winning. We have 2 calls every week. We got tonight, Tuesday night, Thursday night. We have a mastermind on Wednesdays at 12 to help you stay accountable and locked in. That's what it's really about, staying accountable and locked into the game. So make sure you book a call by going to the link inside of the comments area. Let's bring our guy back. There you go.
All right, you can see me now. Hear me?
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
going
what's going
on?
man? How you doing? How's everyone doing? I pray all is well.
Yes, as well. Good to see you, man.
Man, it's good to be seen. Yeah, I'm back in Atlanta. You're right. I have been traveling. I've been in Africa, Colombia. I just got back from the Dominican Republic and where we at? Puerto Rico. But I missed you.
Yeah, you was out in Puerto Rico. You was out in my hometown, man.
I missed you.
Man, yeah, you missed me that time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how long were you out in Puerto Rico?
We were there for a couple of days.
Yeah, you called me too, but I wasn't there at that time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, you're a world traveler. You're a global gentleman, so I wouldn't expect anything less of you. I mean,
You know, and Kareem is a member of another group that we have called the Global Gents, which are gentlemen, they're businessmen that travel, and they're 6-7-figure guys, and some are new members that are learning how to basically conduct business and achieve more success in life. So he's not only a business a brother and a friend, he's also a business partner as well.
Yes.
So I'm excited to have you, man. So I know you've been a GC for a long time. You've gave me a lot of instruction on deals that I've dealt with. Wanted to have you on here to kind of break it down for our individuals, like a step-by-step strategy for building from the ground up.
Okay. Yeah. So the biggest thing with new construction, and it's not necessarily state specific, but it's across the United States because everyone follows the International Building Code. The biggest thing with building, the very first thing that I express to everyone before they start building, obviously you have to have the land. But before you even begin the process, you need to start with the permitting process. The permitting process, it kills so many deals. And what that means, the permitting process is you go down to the local municipality, wherever you are, and you fill out an application for a building permit. And what that entails is you're going to have to get a survey of the property. You're going to have to get an architect involved. You're going to have to get a home planner involved if you don't want an architect. You're going to have to do what they call a site plan, a survey. You're going to have a full set of plans for your actual building. Some municipalities build or the process is a lot smoother. Like in Atlanta right now, it's probably taking on average 3 to 6 months to obtain a new building permit just because of all the hoops you have to jump through. But in some municipalities where they don't have as heavy a workload, you can get your permit within 30 days to 45 days. But it's going to go through a review process. We're going to go through an arborist review. Any impact, you have to go through zoning. You have to go through building department. You have to go through the fire department. So it's all the different departments have to actually check off and sign off on your permit before you can actually build. Reason why that's important is because a lot of people, you know, they don't have an infinite amount of money in their pocket and they don't have a pot of gold on the other side of the rainbow. So there's financing concerns involved. And when your permit is held up, what's happening is you're spending monthly every single month. And if you have a hard money loan or a construction loan, that interest is killing you. And if you wait to get your permit until after your financing is live, then if you're spending 6 months worth of payments at, let's just say $3,000 per month, that's $18,000 that you forked out, and you haven't even moved the shovel yet. You haven't even moved the dirt. So that actually kills the deal. And there's so many investors right now today, some who are experienced, who are feeling those pains because they didn't do that one key ingredient, and that is start the building permit process and hopefully get your permit before your financing goes live on the construction side.
Wow. So you really hit a couple of different points, because the reason I said I had a member recently, they had inherited some property from a family member, and they wanted to build on some land, and I guess they got ripped off by the GC they had before, and it really was just starting back at scratch.
Mhm.
So you touched on a couple of different things. The permit process, the application they got to go fill out. What department do they need to go to fill that out? Is that the planning and zoning department?
It depends on the local municipality. So where you want to start is every single municipality has a building department and a permit department. So you want to always start in the building department. And from there, generally the zoning is not too far away and they'll be the contact point to push your papers through zoning, through arbor, so on and so forth. But that'll be the primary contact of the building department.
Okay. Then you mentioned the building permit, need an architect, and a site plan and a survey. Which one of those are first? Like, there's a certain order for those?
So in terms of the hierarchy or the order, the very first thing you want to do is get your survey. Because the survey is important because it allows you the opportunity to see one, what your zoning is, which is important. So let's play devil advocate. Let's just say, for instance, you bought a piece of property and you're like, oh my God, Antonio, to sell you now, I've got this beautiful piece of property. I want to build a duplex or a quadruplex on this property. I'm trying to get into multifamily. This is what I'm going to do. Well, the challenge may be is that it's not zoned for a duplex or triplex. It may be only zoned for multifamily. So that's why engaging a surveyor from Jump Street, and or if you're not familiar with zoning or how to find out what the zoning is, that's very critical. But if you already have the property in your portfolio, that very first step is to get the survey because that gives you an idea of where you can put your property, the new home, where you can set it on the property, your boundary lines, so on and so forth. So the very first step is getting the survey. Once you get the survey, then what you want to do is you want to send that over to your architect and or home planner so that you all can start putting together you want to engage a surveyor at the same time to do a site plan, but your home planner or your architect is going to need those in order to actually design that home and put it where it needs to be on the property. And the reason why that's important is because you may have a basement lot. And if you have a basement lot, you may want to build a basement, right? If you have a monolithic slab lot, a flat land, and you may want to build, on flat land, and just have what they call a concrete slab. So that's the very first step to get you started is to get the survey on the property. You're not going to be able to do anything without that.
Wow, that's a good point. Wow. So, and I've ventured into many of these over the years, and I know when I first got started, I was just putting the pieces together as I go. The survey, architect, and those are the guys that lay out the actual house and bring the idea to life.
Yeah, so you tell them what you want. Some people want a craftsman style home. Some people want a ranch home. Some people want an art deco. Some people want a contemporary property. So you'll have a charrette. You'll sit down with the architect and a home planner and talk about what it is that you want and how many bedrooms, how many baths. And that's going to impact your pricing and your financing because obviously as investors you're going to be mindful of a comfort zone and your price point and where you want to be. So you may be thinking, oh, I want to build a 5,000 square foot home, but a 5,000 square foot home may cost you $1,000,000 as an example. That's not a real number, but as an example, but your budget and what you can handle in your comfort zone may be 250. So then you may have to scale down and say, oh, well, I can only build a 1,300 square foot home or a 1,500 square foot home, so on and so forth. And depending upon what your ultimate goal is, and I'm assuming in this class is going to be a rental, you have to have a balance between the square footage, the price per square footage, and what it is that you're trying to build. Because on the back end, you're going to have to refinance it, and it's going to have to appraise at a value at 70 to 80%, LTV, so that you can cash flow. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do the deal.
Wow, good points. So architect, we got the site plan, we got the survey, and you said the review process usually takes about 30 to 45 days.
It depends. It depends on the municipality. So, like here in Atlanta, you've got some counties they're doing it in 30 days, some 15 days. Some is taking 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. So it just depends on what county you're in and what you're trying to do. If you have all of your things lined up, one of the traps that a lot of people fall into is they don't get with someone who's experienced in that local municipality, and so they're not able to navigate and understand what it is that they're going to be asking for. So you get caught in a loop where you're just you're responding to revisions and red lines of documents, and you're not getting your permit because you're going back and forth, running around because you're not getting good advice and or good guidance on what it is you need to be doing, submitting, so on and so forth. So it's a process, and like I tell all new investors and investors alike, you have to you have to invest in the process, but more importantly, invest in someone who understands the process. Because if you don't, it'll cost you money. I've got a client right now who came to me after about 6 months of spending about $6,000 per month. They bought a house in an area, and they started doing the work without a permit. They were doing a hybrid new construction renovation, and they're spending $6,000 a month because they don't have their permits and the city has them shut down, has a stop work order on them, but they're paying money every month to their lender, and they haven't moved any dirt, any shovels, nothing. And it's just costing them money. So you don't want to be in that category.
So they're kind of like stuck in limbo. So the lenders will give them money even before they have it approved.
Yeah, that's not, I mean, the lender's interest is loaning money. That's how they make money. So that's up to you. And that's why you're important to be able to give your student guidance on that piece. You may want to refrain from having your money go live until you actually get that permit in here.
Mm.
And when I say live, because obviously you can create your financing structure where you can have an acquisition loan and then you can have a construction loan. So you can actually, have one loan, but just the acquisition part is what you're paying on until the permit comes and then the construction loan kicks in. So I mean, lenders do that as well.
Wow. I wanted to ask you about those container homes. They seem like they're becoming more popular. In Atlanta, have you been seeing more of those? I know the tiny house boom,
Mhm.
the container houses. What trends are you seeing in your particular area?
Well, in Atlanta, the containers are becoming more popular with the office space. So you're having people having a commercial office space, and they'll drop like 10 containers and stack them on top of one another. And people, they may turn them into like salons or insurance agents' offices. They just turn them into offices. I see more of that than I see the residential piece. I mean, the residential is sporadic, but I see way more of the commercial containers than anything.
Wow. So that's a pretty popular trend. I would say that that's pretty economical as well. A container.
hmm Yeah, it's economical because you get a container that you can buy. Um, Generally, they come in. You can get a 20 foot, a 40 foot, or a 53 foot container. And
Mhm,
if you buy one that's not ship ready, then hold on one second, Tony.
mhm, mhm.
Use the chase. So, uh, yeah. So the shipping container, it may cost you, let's just say, 5,000, $6,000, something like that. You get three of them, put them together. You got all of your framing in place basically for $18,000, and then you have to do some modifications as far as having a welder involved and open them up and put your windows in, the plumbing, the electrical. But for the most part, your structure is there. And if you have a lot, you want to do a tiny home, then you can it can be economically feasible and you can win, especially if you purchased a lot for a decent amount of money. Like, so it is beneficial.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, because I even thought about doing those containers on like a storage facility or something like that. They got them now where they're already pre-cut and ready
Absolutely,
to go.
absolutely. Well, that's one thing I know you're gonna figure out, boy. You're gonna figure out that storage money. Well, that storage money has been talking to you for a long time, but just looking at you, just thinking we having a conversation and you smiling, you breathing your arm. You're like, man, look, that's it.
Yeah, man. Just having, residual income like that, I'm always like fascinated. Like, what's a way that I can buy into some passive income? How much is it making?
Right.
And the storage facility is a passive income flow.
Yes.
You get you some storage units, and most people, I was reading up on it, most of the stuff people put in storage is not even worth the amount they pay for storage.
That's right.
And,
That's
but
right.
it's like a mental thing, but people keep it for years.
That's right.
Like, I even have stores that I've used like for a long time, and I could probably just sell most of the stuff in there. Is not going to be worth the storage.
That's right. That's crazy. And then not only that, they're raising the rent inside of the storage, let's say 3, 5, 10% every year, or every year and a half. So you may have started off at $75 as an example, and 2 years down the line, you creeped up and your bill is 125, 130.
Real quick, right? Real quick.
Or more.
Yeah, yeah. So we got down the basics. What anything after that? Because you got you got everything down to the architect, you site plan, you survey, you're going through the review process for approval. After that, you're starting your building. What's the first, second, third thing they need to start building on? I guess that will be the plumbing.
Well, let's back up.
Okay.
So somewhere in that, as a new investor, you're going to probably need a general contractor. You're going to need a licensed general contractor. If you're a seasoned investor and you're already familiar with the process and you know what to do, then, I mean, you can take it from there. But you're going to have someone pull the permit. You're going to have that in place. I don't care where you are. You're going to have that. So you want to get your general contractor involved sort of on the earlier end of it, because he or she's going to help navigate you through some of the processes that you're going to need that you don't even know. You're going to have questions, or they're going to be answers to questions that you don't even know the questions to ask, is what I'm trying to express. So once you move beyond that and you get into the construction phase, then you always start with, if it's new construction, you're going to start with your grading. You're going to have to grade the property and get it ready for it to be constructed on. From there, you get into your foundation. From there, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, all of your rough ends. And then from there, you get into your framing, uh, so on and so forth. Well, it's framing, and then depending upon how you're building. So if you're building on a monolithic slab, the plumber's going to have to come in and put the piping through the concrete first before any framers, anybody come in. But then after that, then your framers, after your framers, plumbers, electricians, HVAC, like that. And then you just move from there.
Wow, you got this thing all the way down packed like a step-by-step process. So the plumbing, because that has to come from the ground, can't do anything without that.
It depends upon the type of construction. So if it's a basement lot, then you don't have to necessarily have your plumbing in. And it depends. If it's a new subdivision, they would have already put in all of your utilities. And that's the other thing. If it's a vacant lot, if we're talking about new construction, if there's never been any utilities there, then you're gonna have to you're gonna have to do some what they call land development, land disturbance. You're gonna have to get an LDP, a land disturbance permit, to actually start putting in your infrastructure before you even begin to build, so that you can tie in to your sewer laterals or things of that nature.
Wow, okay. And then you can do plumbing, framing, electrical. Um, what else? Am I leaving something out?
HVAC. Those are
HVAC.
those are all your trades. So all of your trades, in that process, each one of your trades, they're gonna have to pull their own permits. Your electrician's gonna have to pull a permit. The plumber's gonna have to pull a permit. HVAC tech's gonna have to pull a permit.
Wow, okay. So after that, they walk through, get an approval for each one, then you're good to go.
Go to work, and then you in a few months you come back and see the cellulaire, and y'all have a smile. Y'all take pictures, put the sign on. Y'all do the dance, and you go to the closing table. You cash it out, and you move on to the next one.
Hey. Man, we just made a whole process so simple. This could be a course in itself. Just this right here, me and you like sharing it, and you just basically giving that game on it, because
Yes.
so I met and I talked to many members that just don't know these steps. And I've done it over the years, but you do this every day, so you know it inside and out.
Yes.
So wow, this is very powerful information.
Mhm.
So I really appreciate you hopping in here and just
No worries,
sharing
man.
it.
I appreciate you.
Man, so let me open this up really quick for you guys that want to. You guys want to pop in here on the screen and ask any questions while we got him in here. He's taking the time to pop up in here on the screen. So you guys, and Susan, wait on your camera. So if any of you guys have any questions, let's also give him thanks for popping in here and sharing that information as well. Once you guys share, uh, Susan, there you go. There you go. Where you been?
Good, thanks. How are you? Good evening,
Good.
everybody.
Yeah. There you go.
Kareem, I'm so excited and thankful for this class and your crash course
Yeah, no
because
worries.
new construction is amazing. I would love to be a developer. Um, if you could please repeat the last part of the new construction, because after you said needs the grading, I just want to make sure I have the right order. If it was foundation, then the framers, then plumbing, then framing, then electrical, HVAC, utilities.
Yeah, so that's the general. That's the general. That's the general order. You can have caveats to that depending upon what type of new construction, what type of lot you have. So if, for instance, if you're building, the general order is foundation, plumbing. I'm sorry, foundation, framing, plumbing, electrical, HVAC. If you have a monolithic slab, meaning if you're doing a concrete slab foundation, then the first thing you're gonna have to do is grading. But then after you grade, you're gonna have to have the plumbers come in and put the pipes in, and then they're gonna pour concrete over the pipes. And so that's the only caveat to that, and that's the only exception when the plumbers come before the framers.
Would that be more like for PUDs, for the planned unit developments, if they're like attached townhouses or anything, or is that for any style
Well,
property?
it's all predicated on the lot because you have townhomes where that have basements, you have townhomes that are on crawl spaces, so that's all predicated on the actual lot itself.
And are you only licensed for Georgia? Are you licensed for Florida or anywhere else?
Yeah, no, so I have reciprocity in Georgia. I'm sorry, I'm in Georgia, but I have reciprocity in the connecting states: Alabama, Florida, Tennessee, and South Carolina.
Awesome. So that means you'll come and help us out.
Well,
Well, everybody come to
you have to
Florida.
talk that you have to talk to Antonio about that. I
Yes.
can consult, and
Yes.
we have to you have to talk to him about that.
Yeah, definitely. We could definitely do that because I know Susan want everybody to come to Florida.
I do.
We were talking last time about it's like y'all in Florida, Yeah, I'm in Florida. So definitely, you've been really you've been giving a lot of great. I mean, just breaking it down. I mean, like this, a lot of people don't know the
Mhm.
step by step process,
Yes.
and we got people right here in the community. This is what they do every day.
Yes.
Every day. And that's what it's about, building passive income. And you come across, let's say you come across some land at a tax sale, you get it for a great deal. What am I going to do with this land? Can I build something on it? You just got a blueprint. Someone will pay 15 grand just to get a blueprint. And you got a step by step blueprint, what you need to do on the property. And Suzanne, you got to book a call too, because it's been a while with you. You've been on the fence. You're out in Florida, and we talked last time. I remember you. I remember you. You that what part of Florida? Were you like in Fort Lauderdale?
No, I'm in Miami.
Miami. That's what I figured. Okay, cool. You down in there near my area because I got some spots down in Brickell. So you down in the hot Miami. I love it. So yeah, I really appreciate you hopping in here too. We didn't get a chance to really hear your story, but I'm interested to hear a little bit about your background too and where you are because I know you're an agent out there, getting back in the game heavy out of Miami. You're on that call.
Yes. I'm looking forward to, my goal is to be a developer. So this is like the perfect call for me because there's like a lot of gatekeeping,
Yeah.
and it's like I'm not even going to be in your lane. Please help teach and educate so we can move forward. So I'm really thankful for Kareem because I'm in 2 programs for developing, and that's where my passion is going to be. I want to help veterans and domestic violence survivors, which are also veterans, but them and their families, so that they can be able to have good, stable, and good quality housing. A lot of
Wow.
developers right now are doing like a lot of the micro units.
Hmm.
I don't really care for the micro units for housing because you're extremely limited and there's no growth potential for the families, especially if they outgrow the property. So I want to have some workforce housing, but I also want to do some luxury to make
Yes.
sure that they have a nice, good quality home. And some of our veterans, they're being denied their benefits, which they've earned and they truly deserve. So, yeah, that's my mission and goal, praise God.
Awesome. We learned something new about you. That's awesome. Where'd that inspiration come from? The veterans.
Veterans, well, my spouse is a veteran. I have a lot of family and friends and coworkers that are veterans. I have met a ton of veterans that I have worked with within real estate. I've also had veterans who served in NAM and were denied
Hmm.
opportunity to buy homes.
Yes.
Some people intentionally block veterans. There's a lot of people who don't allow veterans to use their VA loans. So
Mm.
it's personal for me because it's like you sacrificed and done so much for this country. And then to have people look at you and be like, no, this loan is easier when actually the best loan for a veteran and even their spouses.
Hmm.
Sometimes some dependents can qualify, but if your spouse is deceased
Yeah.
and if it was during war period or certain times, and as long as you qualify, the spouse can be able to use their spouse's VA loan to help them get a home. They shouldn't be displaced just because their spouse died, and not everyone allows them to know what's going on with their benefits. Some spouses could get their veterans VA pensions. They can get income, and it's very hard and disheartening to see that people go through that. I've met people that were serving in the 60s and the 70s, and they tried to get VA benefits, and they were badly treated, completely mistreated, never got the help they need, and struggled on their own for no reason. So
Wow.
yeah, it's been a passion of mine, and it's something God placed on my heart, and I really want to get this done.
Wow. What a remarkable story. I mean, that's awesome. Awesome. And I'm excited to just hear more from you. I know you're very persistent. You ready to lock in, and you're locked and loaded. So
Yes.
you got to make sure you're inside the WhatsApp group too. I think you have a lot you could share as well, being for your experience. So thank you so much for hopping in here as one of our guests as well. So very excited to hear more from you. So guys,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
you're very welcome. Let's drop a thank you in the comments area for our guy Kareem because he's taking the time out to drop a lot of knowledge in here. So what you guys drop in the comments area, even you guys that are not in the guest section right now, drop a thank you in there. Let them know we appreciate that because a lot of times, especially, and she mentioned like in Miami, like I go into places I only see like certain people that will they'll take over. They don't care about, you guys getting in there. But guys like him are giving you the game, a step-by-step game of what you guys need to do, which is like a lot of these things you have to really pay up front for it. You got to know somebody, or you got to take your chances and roll the dice with someone. And these guys, just to sit down and talk with you, these guys are going to want some upfront money, 10, 15,000. I've even seen people put 50,000 or more down with GCs. So it's very powerful to be able to have someone in here on our team. I see everybody in there saying thank you. somebody very powerful on our team that's sharing the knowledge that you guys can use and put your game plan together. Just like Suzanne has a game plan to be a developer, each time she hears something new and fresh, she can add it to her game plan. Like, oh, I didn't know it. Like, boom, boom. It just strengthens your knowledge so that you have the recipes for success. And that's what this is all about. It's all about. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much, Kareem, for coming in here and dropping the knowledge. We got to get a Kareem also inside of our WhatsApp group as well. He's one of the leaders as well here. Big Yun is one of the leaders here, sharing a lot of big knowledge. So as members, we lock arms with you guys. So if you haven't already booked a call, go in the comments area, book a call with me. If I'm available, I'll hop on that call with you and come up with a strategy, a 30, 60, 90-day game plan for you to win in the real estate game and start building some passive income in this game. That's what it's all about. As you get older, your expenses are going to get more. And expenses nowadays are getting out of control. Now, if you want to basically mitigate those expenses, you want to start building passive income. And that's what this game is all about. Knowing how to get it, knowing how to find it, and knowing how to make it pay you on a monthly and daily basis. So make sure you book a call. And I see you guys have dropped a thank you in there for Kareem. Thank you again, Kareem, for taking the time to come in here and share your knowledge, your expertise. Even myself, I learned more on that because you guys have, even though I built houses from the ground up, sometimes when you're doing it so fast, you don't like write those steps down. You're like, man, I ran through this and ran through this problem, had to solve that problem. Like, damn, where am I at now? If I could just look at all the steps, and that'll keep me like focused. But now you have some steps and where to start, and that's going to lead you to finish that project. So next Thursday, our next call is next Tuesday. Make sure you guys register for our next call next Tuesday. It's going to be off the charts. We're going to have another builder that he only builds 6 and 7 figure properties. He's going to be in here breaking it down for us on giving you guys some more game on how to build passive income in this game. So he's already confirmed it with me today, rock starring it. And then next week, we're going to have our guy Young talking about the Section 8 money. Section 8 money. I made a lot of Section 8 money, so I got to give it up for the Section 8 guy. So Section 8 is a great part of, should make it a part of your portfolio. So again, thank you so much, Kareem, for hopping in here and sharing.
Man, you're welcome, man. I appreciate everybody taking the time to listen to me and allow me to come in and talk and share some of my knowledge. If y'all have any questions, just reach out to Tony. And on the next time, we'll get together and we'll answer them.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kareem.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, you got it. So, guys, until the next one, you know what we got to do. I ask for the money. Then when you get the money, you got to throw it up like that right there. That's what it means. So I want everybody to just throw it up on the screen. I got to see your hands up. Throw it up. Come on. There you go. We throw it up. There we go. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Let's go. To the next one. All right. Have a great night.
Brand new. Matter of fact, I just found my first renter last Thursday after sweating a whole bunch of bullets on a house that I closed on the end of April. And I guess I'll say I joined this group because, Tony has helped me get started and go on the way. And my ambition is to start a real estate business, not just buy houses. And my goal is to be able to retire early. So I love the term mailbox money. I've never heard that before. I think I heard you say that a couple of times, Tony. So yeah, that's my goal. I want a whole bunch of mailbox money. I want the mailbox full. Because, this work thing is not, I don't see myself going another 25 years or so, which is when I officially would retire. So yeah, nice to meet everyone. I guess I'll just be listening because all I got is newbie stuff to contribute. Newbie mistakes.
I mean, I'm so proud of you because you came into the game and you talked about what you were going to get, came in, saw it, and you conquered it. You got your new project, you finished it, and you got a renter. So that's huge. So congratulations on that. New
Thanks.
on the way.
Yes, I even had to go find the mailbox. UPS. Yes.